So next we're going to talk about health alerts and how health alerts make sure that your system is working always the way that you think it should be working in OWS 24/7. So let's go back out here to Web Connect. So conceptually, before I show you a health alert, I want to let you know something that's really cool about OWS and OpenEye. Every 5 minutes, every NVR, every OpenEye NVR is pinged from the cloud as a health check. And it goes, hey, are you okay? Are your hard drives okay? Are your cameras okay? Have you been abnormally restarted? And so the cloud is constantly doing this. And so with that constant health heartbeat, that gives you the ability to know what's happening with your system. And so I have a Soho health alert for all systems. Let's talk about what I'm doing with that data. So here's the name of the alert. Here's the rules definitions. I have it set that if one of my NVRs abnormally restarts 3 times in a 24-hour period, that's a notification. Hard drives can fail and do fail, but 99% of the time before a hard drive fails, it's sending out error data, and our cloud is listening for that error data. So before you have a critical failure, unless it's just a sudden massive critical loss in that 1%, you're going to know that you have a hard drive on the fritz before you completely lose a hard drive because of the hard drive error reading. Now, this one right here, some people may disagree with me, is what happens to your system if your internet goes down at a site? Your NVR is still locally recording. And so if you lose internet at a site, all you lose is temporarily remote access to your internet comes back. Now, so if a recorder is not reporting, since my recorders are basically new, it's more likely that the internet went down at Schuleberger or the internet went down at my house. So I have it set up for a 4-hour notification. So if the NVR doesn't respond to the cloud within 4 hours, I get a notification. But more drastic than the internet being down is I want to know if a camera goes offline. So I have it set up that if a camera completely loses connection to the NVR for more than 15 minutes, that's a notification. I want to know about that. I want to see if I can try to remotely restart that camera or restart the NVR and bring the camera back up. Or do I need to go physically lay hands on a camera and get it working? Then this next one's a little bit confusing for some people. It's no recorded video. Well, that sounds like a connection lost to camera, but it's not, because remember, we're recording 24/7. But when we don't have motion events that we care about, we're recording the substream. So what this means is, like, say somebody stacked up a bunch of boxes on a loading dock in front of a camera so they could steal a bunch of stuff, or if somebody pushed a camera and pointed it at the wall. Well, if the camera doesn't have a motion event in a 3-day period, for me, that's a notification. You may want to tighten that up to 6 to 12 hours or have that be all the way out to 1 week. But I find even with 3 days, even if I'm gone for the weekend, just the natural lighting changes of the day and night rotation is enough to cause it to have it temporarily pop into high res. So I've never received this alert, even though I have it set for 3 days. And again, these two up here are configurable for hours or minutes. That's totally up to you and your dealer as to how you have that set up. So what recorders are a part of this? Don't save changes. Both the Jones on Westland and the Schuleberger recorder are both monitored by this rule. And what happens, we have a thick downloadable piece of software called Command Station that only users who are standard their cameras 24/7 are going to use. It is free though. But that's what a client alert is. So I get an alert inside Command Station. I get a push notification to my iPhone, my Apple Watch, and my iPad when one of those alerts goes off. And then, of course, I get the obligatory email. And here's how you can change the timing of these alerts and the maximum number per hour. So if something's going on, you don't get blown up with too many alerts. But I find that I respond quite positively to push alerts. And then I can log right in and oftentimes, see what's going on and fix the issue without having to go to the NVR. And again, the general info is the name of the alert. So that's health alerts. And that's how health alerts make sure that your cameras are always working the way they should be working, because anybody who's had cameras for any length of time has had the infamous camera 17 issue. When something happened in a parking lot, camera 17 should have recorded it. We go back to pull the video, and that's when we find out camera 17's been dead for 5 weeks. So this stops that and makes sure that your cameras are working. Thanks, and tune into future videos.